Yeah, sure.
Okay. So finally, let's start. I'm going to share with my whole screen. Okay, let's close this and get started. So, hello, colleagues, students, and friends. You are welcome to join me for this webinar, which is titled Technology for Teaching English Online. And I will try to give you some tips that make technology types safe for use. Yeah. My name is Serkos Tasambek. I am a graduate of South Kazakhstan State University and also Nazarbayev University Graduate School of Education. I hold a degree in teaching English as a foreign language and also multilingual education in general. At the moment, I teach English to undergraduate students at Astana University. So as I have been teaching online for around a year now intensively, I think that I have, let's say, collected a few things that I think make technology safe for you. So I'm very excited to share those tips with you. So let's take a look at a few things together. But before actually talking about technology, I would like to know about a few things. So first, let's talk about the agenda. Yeah. So I will mention a few platforms and online tools that are currently in use by me, and I will also highlight a few favorites because honestly, there are a lot of different platforms and online tools, but not everything stays with me for that long, yeah, if I don't like it that much. So, and then at the end, I will also share a few things that probably will make your use of technology smoother as well. Yeah. So looking forward, I would like to highlight those things. So I think that we should all practice what we preach. So I would like to start my webinar by asking you to share your answers to this question here, which is how would you describe your online teaching and studying experience in 3 words? Yeah. So you will need to visit this page and answer this question. Өздеріңіздің онлайн білім алу немесе білім беру тәжірибелеріңізді 3 сөзде қалай сипаттайтын едіңіздер, соны айтсаңыздар. So let me send you the link here. So I think that there is a chat. Oh, sorry. Oh, one moment, guys. So let me just do this like this. Okay. I will give you 1 minute to respond to this question. What you need to do is visit the website and then you will see this column which says, how would you describe your online teaching and studying experience in 3 words? So here's an example. I said, so you will need to press on plus here to add a post to this column, and then you will need to write your name just like me above. So for example, my name is Serkosun, so write a name like this, and then give me 3 words. Yani 3 сөзбен өздеріңіздің тәжірибелеріңізді сипаттаңыздар. You can write your answer in Kazakh, Russian, or English, whatever language you like the most, okay? And I tried to show you what you can do on Padlet by adding a GIF file here. So as you see, here's Barack Obama who says, it requires some effort, yeah? So please create a post here. Okay, I see that Adil already posted something here. Okay, so he says, bersaranda. So for those that don't know Kazakh, it means monotonous, I guess, if I'm not mistaken. If I am, then correct me, please. So please keep posting your answers. I will go back to these questions later during the webinar. For now, let's go back to my presentation. So yeah, as you see, there are a few things you have to keep in mind when teaching online and using.
I'm sorry, they're both in you.
Yes, sorry, what's the problem? Okay, so as I said before, there are different platforms online.
You cut out, so I don't know what the tab.
I think that it's your internet actually, not so. As you see here, there is a quite a long list of technology that I have used so far. For example, we have different learning management systems such as Microsoft Teams, sorry, and other things you can use in teaching as well. So let me mute some of my friends here. And I think that you know about Moodle and Google Classroom, for example, and we have some other technology here as well. So let me just quickly talk about LMS and the different types of them that I use. So at the moment, I'm using Moodle and Microsoft Teams to manage my classroom and all the lessons that I have. At the very beginning of my teaching online, when the pandemic started, before the pandemic started, actually, in 2019, I started using Google Classroom, and I liked it a lot because it is actually free and it's quite convenient for use. Students liked it quite a lot, but there were, of course, shortcomings. The grading part was a bit challenging, and um, students could use any, let's say, name for their email address and so on. Yeah, so it was sometimes confusing to me because their names were not full here. But as you can see, I created assignments here and graded their works quite well. Generally, yeah, I think that this platform is best if you are a newbie teacher who does not really work for a company that can afford LMS such as Moodle or Platonos and so on. Yeah. So please try to look into using Google Classroom in the future. And if I talk about the other things here, some things that I would like to highlight. Okay, include Quizlet. I like Quizlet a lot. While teaching different students at my university and at language schools before, I have used Quizlet for creating vocabulary events so that students can learn different words and expressions. Yeah. So, and other cool stuff there. So they can exercise and use the different features of Quizlet. So let me show you this. So this is what I did with my students. So you don't even have to buy anything here. You can just create an account. And if, of course, you want to do an upgrade, then you can buy some premium accounts. Yeah. And if you don't, just use the simple version and go, for example, and find some word sets. You can say intermediate speak out. Yeah. And then you will see if there are any word sets for your textbook. For example, if you know what a speak out book is, then you will see that here is already a ready-made unit word set. Yeah, so 72.
Unit one.
Hello. So guys, please mute yourselves. Igor,
你是分站吗？你什么都分站吗
？Okay. Hello, Mulder. So as you see, there are different features that allow you to practice learning words, and you can learn, write, spell, even test yourself. Yeah. And there are some other things here, such as Bamboozle, where you can create different educational games for your students. I think that it helps a lot that there are different free websites that can help you make your lessons more fun. Yeah. So take a look at this. You can enter a topic of your liking, and if you are a student, then you can enter the game code provided by your teacher, and then you can see what the teacher has prepared for you. So try this, and now let's take another look at another website here. For example, if you want to use something that allows you to build a mind map, then you can go and use mind map. Quite a wordplay, I would say. So again, as I said, you can create free things here, but I think that it also has some, let's say, pay for or premium features as well. Yeah. So the amazing thing about different websites is that they all have tutorials for you. So I'm not going to explain you how to use these websites, but have a look at this and see what you can do to structure your writing or to create different storyboards. And it also allows you to collaborate easily with your peers, colleagues, and students, as you see. So it is all highlighted here. So you can use the free features or some premium ones as well, yeah? So you can screenshot this, or you can actually download this PowerPoint presentation on Padlet that I shared with you. So yeah, long time journey and so on. So if you look at this PowerPoint here, it is the same PowerPoint that I'm using now. So please take a look at this if you're interested in this website. Yeah. So now I would like to talk about this very important question, which is quantity more important or is quality more significant? Yeah. So to me, I think that during your lessons, you should keep it very simple. You should not try to experiment during the lessons. Please do not do that. Always make sure that you understand your platforms and online tools very well before using them with your students. Imagine how your students will feel if you are not confident in your skills of using the website or anything that you want to use. Yeah. So please know the website or platform like the back of your hand and then start using it with your students, because the quality here is the most important. You are there typically not just to teach how to speak English or how to do some things in your content subject. Yeah, you are there also as a system admin, I would say, because teachers now have become so multifaceted. We have to deal with the use of technology. We have to teach students how to use technology, because yeah, who is going to do that for us if not ourselves? Yeah. So educational technology is sometimes a little tricky. So make sure that your lessons are built in a way that show the students how to use your technology, just like I am doing now. Yeah. So don't just show them the end result or the end product. Show them how to come to that product during your lessons. And in my own experience right now, I think that I'm using only 3 or 4 websites or platforms with my students so that they don't get confused. Yeah. So stick to several favorites, and I'm going to share with you what my favorites are at the moment. So this is one of my favorites that I started using around 2 years ago. It is called edpuzzle. So if you download this PowerPoint and follow this link here, you will see that there is a YouTube video that I created on how to use this website. So I'm not gonna explain you how to use this website in detail. Instead, I will let you do that yourself. Yeah, so please visit this website or take a look at my video here. So why do I like it so much? It is because it is quite good for formative assessment. So if you aren't going to grade their answers, then it is really good. Yeah. And it is also nice for creating questions and notes at specific timestamps. So imagine that you have a video that you want the students to watch, yeah? And it is, let's say, 10 minutes. Let me show you one of my videos. So this is what I had for my students when I just started teaching at SNIT University, because they are IT majors, yeah? So as you see, there are 5 open-ended questions here in this video, and they appear at different moments of this video. So for example, you look at this timestamp.
Although if you're trying to choose a programming language,
and then after that, you see that there is this question, yeah? So of course you would need to watch the beginning of the video to understand the matter and then answer this question. So you can then answer on this question that says, what's more important for a novice programmer? You will share your answer, or you can re-watch this part and answer this question again, or you can skip it if you're not sure, or if you don't want to answer this question, yeah? And just like that, you will see that there are more questions.
although if you're trying,
So take a look at this. There are 5 of them, yeah? So again, it is not for grading students. It is rather more convenient for formative assessment. Yeah, you just want the students to understand something better. You can either create let's say, quiz based on a video that's already there. You can upload your own. You want to okay. Hey guys, please don't forget that there are other participants here, so make sure to mute yourself. Дауыстарыңызды өшірсеңіздер ана жақта, себебі мына жақта басқа тыңдаушылар түсінбей қалатын сияқты. So you can use videos from YouTube or TED Talks. For example, the one that I showed you is from YouTube. So here you can see the, let's say, website it is from. And how can you, let's say, add content? Well, it is quite straightforward. Here's the button, yeah? And then you will understand everything quite logically. It is, yeah, intuitive, I would say. So please use this if you want to make your lessons a little more colorful and let's say interesting. So it's quite easy to use these videos here. Another favorite of mine is Flipgrid, which is great for, let's say, speaking assignments, yeah, or when students have to present something. So it, of course, requires creativity because students are sometimes required to, let's say, create colorful videos, or maybe they also have to create a PowerPoint presentation like mine, and they have to narrate it, yeah? And what about, let's say, the assessment part? It has an integrated rubric feature, so it means that you can add some criteria for assessment into the video, and peers can also comment under the videos. It means that it is quite interactive, and it is free of charge. That is the most amazing part about Flipgrid. So you don't have to pay a penny to work with this website because it is part of the Microsoft family. So I guess they wanted to do some charity and help teachers and other, let's say, people interested in education with this really amazing website. So let me show you a few things here. So as you see, I already have created 12 groups here, and I will show you the numbers here. So what these numbers mean is the number of responses. It means that I have this many videos uploaded by my students, and you can do quite a lot of amazing things here. You can add a co-pilot or co-pilots, meaning that there can be not one, but two or more teachers that work with the same Flipgrid, yeah? And you can also duplicate groups if you want to use the same tasks. And you can also integrate it with Teams, and you can even delete the group, of course, and you can activate it or make it hidden if the time of your course has finished, yeah? So let me show you one example here, what I did. So as you see, with this group, I had 3 topics. So at the beginning of their course, they had to give me the topic, research question, and the research problem of their project. And then they had to share with me their summaries of the articles that they found. And finally, they also uploaded the video that gives me their data analysis. Yeah? So here you can see that you can add some instructions for the video, yeah, and then you will see that you can provide some feedback and also use the rubric that they need, yeah. So for example, let me show you the rubric.
My name is Alina, and
okay, this is the video of one of my students, and here you see that and there's a feedback feature, and I added this rubric myself. So one of the criteria is data analysis content, then we have design, and then presentation. And then as you see here, I provided feedback on what this student has prepared, yeah? So it is amazing, I would say, and it kind of cuts your time of preparing and sending feedback to students. It makes it a little faster because you don't have to go to different websites, and instead of that, you can just work on this, yeah, here. And another amazing thing is Corpora, which is, I'm not sure if you know what this is, but this is a language corpus, yeah, where you can look for different words and how to use them in context. So if you write a lot, then I think that this website is amazing because you can look up different synonyms of words, For example, if you go and follow that link, you will see the word, okay, that's too complicated. Let's say technology. So if you write technology, you will see what you can do with this word. So you will see that it appears in the context of different sentences, yeah? So you don't just get the definition of this word. Instead, you will see how it is used by people who are probably native speakers or very proficient in English, yeah? So take a look at this. Isn't it amazing? And you can also look for collocations. You can look for words that come before technology or after technology. Let's click on this. So I cannot really show you everything, but you can see that the most frequent words that are used with technology is new, yeah, new technology or information technology, medical technology. So these numbers mean, or they, let's say, indicate the co-occurrences or how many times they appear together, yeah. So please take a look at this website. It is amazing. I cannot recommend it enough for people that are interested in writing. And one of my favorites and constantly used websites is Padlet.com. And I just showed it to you. It is amazing, but unfortunately, it's not really free. You can use free Padlets only for free, but the most amazing part is that you can just archive these Padlets and create new ones, yeah, because look at my archive. Ooh, tons of different Padlets that I have used in the past are now, yeah, in my vault. I haven't been using them for long. And this is what I asked you to fill in. So let me show you the behind the scenes of this Padlet. Yeah? So you can edit this, you can create a title, your description can also be changed, the icon, the address and the wallpaper and everything else can be changed. It is quite user-friendly, I would say. I think that there is nothing that you cannot understand from your first attempt, yeah? So you can also invite people to collaborate with you here. You can share it or you can print it. You can modify the type of Padlet that you have and many more things. Please answer these questions till the end of this webinar, not lesson. Sorry, I'm too used to teaching, I guess. And then we can talk about the rest of things, yeah? So I highlighted some of my favorites, as I said. So again, there is no need to sign up for students. So just like you. Мысалға сіздер қазір мына жаққа регистрация жасамайды, әртүрлі посттарды қосып жатсыздар, иә? Дәл сол сияқты. There is no need to sign up. And it is really easy to give feedback and correct people. Let's say that I want to add this to, to Adil's post, yeah? So I want to help him improve his post and I'm gonna edit his comment here. Instead of this, I think that he should add this here because, yeah, why do you need to post a comment here when you can create a post, yeah? So, and I will, for example, do this. I will highlight that part because that is what I added personally, yeah, the teacher. And this is what he said initially. So, for example, this person doesn't have a name and I want to take this and put it here and no name, yeah? Okay. So you can edit what the students sent here and you can do a lot of things. You can post audio files, PDFs, and whatever you have in mind. And you can also make students do individual tasks or peer work or group activities. I think it's amazing because they can take a look at what other students are posting. For example, this is what I created for my students to write this tutorials, and they can always take a look at what other students have to say about the same type of essay, yeah? How they are dealing with this. And then they can also leave comments or they can press buttons like or dislike, yeah? So it depends on them. So let's now wrap it up and say what you need to do as a teacher when using technology, yeah? So the most important thing is to provide crystal clear instructions. So check your instructions. Do they make sense to you? Do they make sense to your, maybe one student? Ask one student to check he or she or they understand what the instructions mean and what they need to do. So take a look at this slide that I created for one of my lessons. So they had to create citations using citation machine. So there are several steps that they had to follow. The first one was to go to the website, just like you went to Padlet, yeah? And then they had to search for an article using its DOI number, which is also provided in the slide here. Then they would need to click on site, continue, complete citation, and so on. And at the end, they would get this end product, yeah? So references or in-text citation, depending on what they click. And so this is only to, let's say, practice, yeah? So this is like the presentation mode. I think that I like using both presentation and practice parts together, because I don't like just talking to my students. But yeah, today, of course, I have to talk because it's a webinar, but during the lessons, usually I try to limit my time of talking. Yeah? Instead, I try to let students speak during the lesson. So this is the website that they had to learn to use. They had to create citations using this feature. And they created different things here. So yeah, basically, this is where they would use the number in pink or purple here. And then there is this practice stage where they had to use one of the articles that they had in mind. And then they would need to go to citation machine and repeat the cycle, but with their own article. Yeah? So before reaching this stage, they would need to get the same results as I have here in the slide. So they would need to get the same author's work as a full reference entry and also in-text citation. Yeah? So please do create tutorials if possible. If there is no tutorial available on the website, please do that yourself. And also provide samples of assignments, okay? I like doing that a lot because I think that it helps students significantly to improve their performance, because if they have a clear idea of what they're expected to do, then they do a lot better. And follow the 3 steps of, let's say, lessons, PPP, yeah? Presentation, practice, and production. So here now I'm presenting something to you, right? And then you would need to practice something, for example, by posting your answer here. So you are basically practicing right now. And then you would need to produce something at the end by, for example, creating your own Padlet. Yeah? So I'm not going to ask you to produce a Padlet because I would not be able to see your result, right? But in general, please do that during your lessons. And also always give feedback to your students. Your feedback should be continuous and detailed. And your feedback, of course, can be related to your technology, yeah, on how it should be used. Because although you may think that all students are very tech savvy, they aren't always that way. So please share your wisdom with your students on how to use different technology. So I just wanted to show you the sample of one of the assignments that I did for my students. So I showed you Flipgrid, right? So here you will see that there are 3 topics, as I said, and in one of the topics, you will see that here is an example. This is me, right? So I uploaded a video for them.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Yepos Lasambek, and today I would like to present the topic, research problem, and research question on my research project.
So this is what I uploaded for them to see what they are expected to produce. So I think that, yeah, you are the best teacher if you're able to do your own assignments, because they will think, okay, he did it, then I can also do that. Yeah. So that is my conclusion. And now let's conclude it for real. So I think that your technology, your educational technology, is safe for use if you master it yourself first. It means that you should be a very good user of the technology that you are suggesting to use. Yeah. And also, if you keep it simple, then you are halfway through. Yeah. So you are almost at the finish line. And if you also teach the way you want to be taught, I guess then your technology is even more safe. Yeah, it's even safer for use. So now to finish my webinar today, I would like you to answer the final question on Padlet, which is, what advice would you give to improve teaching and learning online? Yeah. So please go to the same Padlet as before and share your answer, because I think that There are amazing teachers here that also have a lot of knowledge and wisdom to share with me and fellow professionals in the field of education. Yeah? So take a look at this and send your answer. If you don't see it, then I will send you the link once again. So that's it, I guess. Thank you a lot for listening to me for the past 30-something minutes. If you have any questions, you can ask them now. We have about 5 minutes before the end of this session. So thank you once again, and you're welcome to ask any questions. Let's raise our hand, and then I will let you speak. Енді сұрақ қойсаңыздар болады, қалаған тілдеріңізде. Мына жақта бірінші сұрақ қою үшін қолдарыңызды көтеріңіздер. Одан кейін қойсаңыздар болады. Oh, көршілерім ремонт жасайды. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. So let's take a look at your answers. So to the first question, some of you said that it's bir sarındı and they have to be interactive. Yeah? So, oh my God, I'm very sorry about this. And another person says that it is long time journey. Yeah? And some of you say that it's a burden to bear and it's quick, effective, and useful. Okay, somewhat varied, really. Okay, that's really interesting. And to the question, what is your favorite tool? You said Microsoft Teams, Coursera, and Flipgrid and Linoid. So I haven't used the last one, but I'm going to take a look. Thank you a lot. I'm going to explore it later. And what advice would you give to improve teaching and learning online? So the answer is you have to be competent in the use of IT. So you have to be digitally literate, I guess. And yeah, you shouldn't concentrate on the technology, but the objectives of your lesson. That is an amazing piece of advice. Oh my God. Okay, sorry about this. This is terrible. So, any questions or anything you would like to share? If you don't have any questions, you can just tell me what your opinion is about technology or maybe today's webinar. Okay. Let me stop sharing my screen then. So let me just take a quick look at the list of participants here. Wow, there are so many of you. Okay. So then.
Well, I'm sorry. I have a question.
Okay, Dina?
What apps do you use for making presentations as you just showed demonstrated right now?
Okay, so the one that I created for this webinar is doing it. You can use Prezi or you can use Canva. I think that those platforms are amazing, but to me, the easiest one to use is PowerPoint presentations, yeah, because there are a lot of suggestions they make in terms of design. So I think that you just have to be, let's say, efficient and yeah, this is my favorite one. Old favorite. Anything else?
Correct if I'm please correct if I'm mistaken. You use Canva, yeah, and Prezi, yeah.
Prezi, Canva, and most frequently I use PowerPoint presentations because those are a little longer than PowerPoint.
I've used, I don't know if you can hear me. I've used, I just started using OBS. It's an open source one and it's really powerful because I have a different, I've got a webcam now and it's a really powerful, it's a learning curve to how to do it though. It takes a while to learn how to do it, but you can do a lot of things with it. It's very sophisticated and it's free.
Okay, I actually also have OBS, but I thought that it's only used for recording things and similar stuff, but I guess it can do a lot of things. Yeah, I will take a look.
Yeah, well, that's when I made the videos, when the students missed the first, someone missed all 3 videos in the first week of the first lessons, that's what I used. So it's actually very, very useful. for those kinds of things.
Thank you so much. So do you use other platforms but Zoom for video lessons? Actually, I don't use Zoom for lessons. I use Microsoft Forms. And thank you, Camila, for for posting here. Yeah, and guys, I would like to just conclude my webinar today. Thank you so much for coming here because I have one minute only left till the end. Thank you so much, and I will see you once again, maybe
Bye.
Zoom or somewhere else. Goodbye. Thank you. Thank you.
So,
Goodbye.
yes, thank you. Thank you, Sherry Bolson.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Hey, everyone.